Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another episode, to another edition, ladies and gentlemen, of Husam X Tom Little. One of your favorite shows to watch all week long. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch us on the replay. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to This is Football. Don't forget to keep getting involved in the chat. As you guys know, Husam X Tom Little is very, very interactive. Big up to my guy Qusay, who says, I can rarely catch your late streams anymore because of work. I just wanted to wish you boys good health and a successful stream. I'll catch the replay. Big up to you Qusay, وإن Allah يوفقك ويسر لك أمورك. You guys don't ever have to apologize for missing a stream or anything. Listen, I understand. Don't worry. It's all understandable. I get it. Like, trust me, I will never blame anyone for not watching anything. Well, good luck to you on your new job, on your new role, Habibi, and big up to you. Big up to Drunk Vigo. Big up to my guy Waves. We'll speak about that some other day. Big up to you, Muhammad Ammar. He says best duo on YouTube, Sam and Bendok. Big up to Football for All, Nkatia's lawyer. Big up to me. Big up to Dark Day. Big up to Steve, Skull, man like Yuvraj. JK is in the building. Big up to Neil. Big up to everyone in the chat, man. Big up to Martin. I see you as well. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. And of course, all join me by wishing this guy a happy birthday, because today he turns 15. So he's becoming a man slowly. So, of course, joining us on the channel is none other than the man himself. I don't like to give him big intros because he gets so big-headed. Like, he's just not humble. Joining us on the channel, of course, is the Turbo Will himself. Happy birthday, Tom Little. How are you doing, man?
So in the last 3 streams, I was 18, then I was 17, then I was 16, now I'm 15.
Facts.
Right, okay. At what point do I start aging back up again to 18? Is it next stream?
Next
Am I
stream,
just on a cycle? Am I just on a cycle going
15
from
is where I
15
draw
to
the
18?
line. 15
So
is where I draw the line.
I go from
Yeah.
15 to 18 and back to 15. Is that just the endless cycle I'm on?
Is this
Great.
true? Have you been making Moneyball signings on FIFA?
Yeah, Utasan. I bought Sugawara to be back up to Trent. I signed Mark Gahey for like Simicast and 10 million. And what was the other one? Nico Williams for like 30 million because he was in the last year of his deal.
What do you sign Nico Williams for?
No, the Bilbao one, the Bilbao winger, the Spanish one.
Iñaki Williams?
His younger brother, yeah.
Oh, Pearce. Okay. Fair enough.
I think I
Why are you
beat like
making
Newcastle.
Moneyball signings on a game? Ain't you supposed to go like next level?
I don't need to, mate. The squad's there. I've got Soboslai already. I've got McAllister already. I don't need to try and push the boat out. The DM market's not very good. I need to wait until next.
You don't want to sign Mbappe?
I don't need Mbappe. I've got Darwin Nunez.
Could you sign him on the game, or is it unrealistic?
I don't know if I had the money for it.
How much money did they give you?
Do you want to know what the most unrealistic thing to happen was?
What?
Arsenal came in with an offer for Salah.
How much?
80 million.
Did you reject?
I said, if you give me 60 and sack it, I'll sell him.
And they rejected.
Yeah, they walked out. I was very happy.
Why would you want 60 and Saka?
Because I knew they wouldn't accept that.
So if this offer was made in real life, 60 and Saka, you'd take it?
No.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So this is just a FIFA thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. Listen, there's 140 people in here, and they all want your blood.
I'm not an FSG yes man on FIFA. Let's not buy into this. That is it.
Big up Vigo. Great comment, man. Big up Vigo, man. Well done. Big up everyone who's here. There's already 130 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Big up to Qusay for the super chat. So everyone like and subscribe. Keep getting involved in the chat. And Tom, before we even get to the Liverpool side of things, people in the chat, they want your blood. Did you watch the Man United Palace game earlier on?
I watched like the first 25 minutes of it.
Yeah, your thoughts on Cheikh Doucouré, please.
Did have a very good game.
You are the biggest fraud on here. Why do you always do this?
What? Do you want me to now sit and go, oh, he's shit, he's crap, I can't read out? No, you had a bad game.
So why is it every time you get proven wrong, you never take it like a man? Why?
What do you want me to say?
Okay, are you wrong about Endo right now in front of the 150 people? Were you wrong about Endo?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. Were you wrong about Decore being worth 70 million?
Again, potentially, yeah, but I think the Decore 70 million one was. I actually never believed he was worth 70 million. I just went, we need a DM, and he's the best option on the market.
Did you even notice him in the first half an hour today?
He made a couple of interceptions.
You know
Husam, it was desperate. I never sat there and said Decore is my number one option. It was Decore is someone I need to get in, and it never happened. I mean, I'll put it this way: next summer, if Decore is looked at as a top target, I'll be disappointed. I will have Decore third on my list again, behind two primary targets. He will be the panic backup option again.
So if you were to buy a DM in January, who are you buying?
Probably Andre, if he's available.
Andre is not a DM. You're smart. You're much smarter than that.
Yeah, but I don't think there is a DM available.
But you have to answer the question.
I know who I'm holding out for next summer.
No, but I don't want you to change the... Listen, I don't want you to change now. The question is very simple. Tom Little is tomorrow has been appointed Liverpool sporting director. Klopp says, get me a DM. January 1st, who are you signing? Simple as. Give me a DM right now. Go on.
Probably... I might have to go for like a Yusuf Fofana or something. I don't know.
But why didn't you say Decore?
Because I don't think... If Decore was 70 mil in the summer, Crystal Palace are not going to sell him for less than 70 mil in January.
Would you get Palhinha from Fulham? Knowing Tom Little, he should say yes because he does like a bastard in midfield.
Still. I do love a good bastard in the midfield. I do love a good little shithouse in the midfield. But you know my thought. You know my primary aim for a DM. I want them all to be the same age profile. So I want McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and the DM to be, and include Jones as well. I want the midfield to be the same age profile so they can all go together. It doesn't really work chucking a 29-year-old in there. So I don't.
You know why I speak to him like that, Tayo? Because I am disciplining my disciple. Because he needs to get put in his place. People need to realize how much of a fraud Tom Little is. 100%. Also, why does everyone keep talking about this today? What did Trent's brother do? Like, what happened?
You know that LFC law, he tweeted something like, end over 20 million shows why Liverpool desperately need a sporting director. Klopp's talent ID is meaty. And then Trent's brother liked it on Twitter.
Like his real brother?
Yeah, his agent. His brother agent, yeah.
Brother agent? What do you mean? Trent's agent is his brother?
Yes. That was the brother that liked the tweet.
Hey, fair enough. The game's the game, but like, listen.
I don't get why we're making a mountain out of a molehill from it. If people like tweets, family members are going to like tweets that the players don't agree with.
Look, when you watch football as long as I have for 20 years, you don't need 25 games of someone, and those just crap. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's just say it as it is. He couldn't start Wolves away, like. And we saw what he did against Laskins. If you can't even look good against Laskins, then bloody hell, you're just...
He needs a big performance tomorrow. He needs a big performance tomorrow.
He needs a big performance tomorrow. He ain't gonna... Oh, yeah, Leicester. Yeah, okay. My mind went to the other game directly, automatically. Fair enough.
Tottenham? I don't want him starting Tottenham.
Yeah, I don't want him starting Tottenham either. But remember who was bigging him up in the summer, eh? Hey, the game's the game. Big up to you, Cave. Big up to Sid, who says there were several 8s available in the summer. Szoboszlai, McAllister, Nunez, Maddison, Mount, Paqueta. We got the best 2+ combination, in my opinion. Big up, guys. Oh, I've been so happy with Szoboszlai so far. So happy with McAllister. Actually, I remember the first time me and Tom spoke about both of them together was when they walked into the training ground. And we were like, Szoboszlai is walking like he belongs there. And that's something that's actually been translated now.
He had that 4-letter word. He had that 4-letter word, aura. He had aura. He was walking on the first day with a chain around his neck.
I feel like that confidence is translating into the pitch because it's actually McAllister who started a bit slower, in my opinion. Like, McAllister started a bit slower than Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, from game one, he came in and he's like, I'm like, yes, I'm here, MFers, and I'm about to do this. I feel like Szoboszlai came in a bit more comfortable. But McAllister, by the way, slyly under the radar, every game has been getting better. If you notice, every game he's performing better than the game before. And I like that about McAllister. And by the way, I'm not saying it just because of the assist. I'm saying that in general. So what
I
do you
thought he
make
had a
of
bit of a slow
the
first half.
combo?
I thought Machin had a bit of a slow first half against West Ham. I thought the physicality was getting the better of him, which is to be expected because he's not a DM. Like that's going to happen. But I thought in the second half, when it was a lot more possession oriented, when it was a lot more on the ball focused, when it was very much we need McAllister to show why we bought him. McAllister showed why we bought him. He was very, very good in that second half, and it's going to be an interesting one for when we play Tottenham because I don't know if Maddison's going to be fit or not. Obviously, he had to go off injured against Arsenal. If it's him battling up against like a Højbjerg, that'll be an interesting matchup to see how it'll benefit us. I mean, I look, they've both been good. I think Ryan Gravenberch is an awful lot to come from him as well. I've liked the cameos I've seen from him so far. Curtis Jones has been brilliant this season. And we've got Stefan Bajcetic to look forward to as well. And
I mean, brilliant is a step too far. Like, let's not
I
go
wouldn't say it's a
brilliant,
step
man.
too far. I wouldn't
You
say
know
it's a
who's
step
been
too
brilliant?
far.
Mo Salah. That's who's been brilliant.
No, Mo Salah's been exceptional. Mo
Oh, so you're
Salah's
just
been
gonna
best in
take
the
it like
world
a
level.
step further.
No,
Fair.
Mo Salah's been best in the world levels. Like
I think Curtis Jones has been very good.
it's Curtis Jones. I don't agree with all the stuff that's had his
Did you see
that there's
Kurdish
been
giving him credit on Twitter? Did you see?
Yeah,
Did you see that
yeah.
from later?
I
Did you
love
drop
Husam.
your phone in awe? Be honest.
I dropped my phone.
Do you know? Do you know what it was like? You've seen in them films where they've been battling for ages and then they finally sit down and go, "I've won." You know, like that Thanos scene when he goes, "I sit down and look upon a grateful universe." That was like me when I saw Kurdish finally give in to the Jones stuff. I don't agree with all the stuff he's been getting the past couple of days of what does he do in this team. You can take him out and put anyone in there. No, there's a reason why we are unbeaten in the last 14 games he started. There's a reason why he's starting game in, game out. He's come in and he's doing a job. And we got onto him earlier on in his career because he was too busy trying to be something he's not, getting very far forward, trying to operate in the final third, and his decision making wasn't very good. So we all said, stop doing that. Now he's stopped doing that. His role in the team is to win the ball back, recycle the ball, and retain the ball. He's very good at those three things. He's done that to a very good level so far this season. And now people are moaning at him and going, "Oh, why aren't you getting forward? Why aren't you playing risky passes? Why aren't you doing this, that, and the other?" He doesn't need to. I don't want my entire midfield playing risky passes. That's what you got Trent for. It's what you got Soboslai for. It's what you got Salah for. Why would I want Jones doing it as well? Why would I want my entire midfield trying to play risky passes? Doesn't make sense. People just need to take a step back. I understand why people may feel a
No,
little bit
100%.
disappointed.
You can't have all three of them just going forward. Someone needs to keep the ball a bit. I
Yeah,
have no problem.
I understand why some people might feel a little bit disappointed with Curtis Jones because when he came into the team, he was sold to us as this exciting young attacking midfield talent who's arguably one of the best in the country. And we haven't had that. But we haven't had that because we don't play that. And as such, he has adapted his game to fit what we do play. And he's an important piece of what we're playing at the minute. And someone asked it today. How long until we see Ryan Gravenberch? You see Ryan Gravenberch when Curtis Jones's performances drop. But I don't see that happening for a long time.
I
He
don't
just
even think
looks so
that's
settled in that team.
necessarily the thing, by the way.
I think it is. I don't see a world where you can drop Jones at the minute.
Wait, you really? No. That's not the thing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't necessarily think Jones needs to drop stinkers for Klopp to just bring in what's his name, to bring in Gravenberch. Because here's my theory, and remember I told you this theory in the summer, right? This was my theory all along, and I know you will remember this, and you will vouch that I said that. By the way, guys, there's almost 300 people in here. Run the likes up. You guys ain't new here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to This Football. Big up to Sidi. Big up to Kaveh and Qasai. Like the video. Subscribe to This Football. You remember the theory that I told you in the summer? Look, Ryan Gravenberch left Bayern due to a lack of game time. Okay? So if he leaves them due to a lack of game time, he ain't going to sit up here and accept coming on as a substitute in every game. I think, and this is just my genuine logic, that they're looking at a Gravenberch, McAllister, Soboslai, midfield 3 going forward.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. Arsenal and Jones. I really do. I understand why Gravenberch joined us because the opportunity for first team football in our system was better.
Yes.
But the matter of fact is, Curtis Jones
You don't
has
think
played in
Klopp
that
and him
position
had a
longer.
conversation about starting, though? I think that's
100%.
realistic.
100% they've had a conversation. But he will have said, when the opportunity arises, you will get chances in the first team. You will get your opportunity to make that first team spot yours. But let's put it this way, Husam. Let's say Gravenberch does come in, and he's had this conversation. He's been told this, that, and the other, and then he starts playing poorly. He starts having some bad games.
Oh,
Do we just keep
Gravenberch?
playing? Yeah, just not. I'm not saying it will happen, but let's just say in this scenario it does. Do we then just continue playing him because we made a promise to him that
Kind
he's
of
going
like
to play
Klopp
more?
is the type to give someone multiple chances. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I get that. I just sit there and go, I don't think
He
will
did
drop
keep
Curtis
playing
Jones.
Henderson, to be fair, and he was stinking the shit out of the pitch.
That was captain privilege. That was captain's privilege. That was 100% captain's privilege. Because
Fair.
you best believe if Joe Nelson didn't have that captain's armband, Joe Nelson wouldn't have been playing anywhere near as much.
Speaking of,
I don't see.
before I
see
go
how you
to
can drop
Gagan Deep
Jones.
Super Chat because it's related, let's just get to the game. West Ham, what did you make of the game overall?
It's been another Liverpool game this season. A bit of not a slow start. They had a chance. We scored. Then they
You
had
could
their
say
spell.
slow start. I can't lie to you. You could definitely say that.
I think it's because I have a different definition of what a slow start is. A slow start for me is like what happened against Bournemouth. But what happened against West Ham wasn't a
real
slow start for me. Yeah, what happened against West Ham wasn't a slow start for me. You can see the chance it happens. We also had some good chances. We scored a goal. We should have taken them. And then they had their spell from the 30th to the 45th minute. And then they didn't have anything else beyond that. One thing that I think people need to understand, from my perspective anyway, is we don't start slow. We just concede spells. Not like every game we're starting slow. For me, it's just we concede spells in games where we are the less dominant side. Whereas City can go from minute 1 to minute 90 being completely in control of a football match. We don't do that.
Tom, you know what's weird about that? Is we used to be the team that the first 15 minutes we will eat you alive. I don't know if you remember this. We always used to be
when we didn't have a defense.
15 minutes we're like 500 miles an hour and we're about to get 17 chances in the first 15
Rodgers days. Brendan Rodgers days used to stick 4
No, I'm
passes in
saying
the
even
first
with Klopp,
15.
19, 20, 18,
Yeah,
19 Liverpool. Within the first 15, 20 minutes, we just came out the blocks firing.
See, because I remember 1920 differently. I remember 1920 as the most dominant we've been, but even in that 1920 stretch where you were dominant, you still had, in pretty much every game, a spell where you were under the cosh. I remember the one that sticks out in my head most was Sheffield United away. Gini Wijnaldum.
But then if I ask Tom Little about the performance second half, he'd give me a completely different story. West Ham.
What? So the game that's just went?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were much improved second half. They didn't have a spell in the second half.
Why?
Why is that? Because we upped the tempo, because we decided to pull our fingers out.
Because this is what Gagandeep is saying. Besides Villa, we haven't had a good 90 minutes. First of all, big up to the Gagandeep. W's in the chat for Gagandeep right now. W's, my big up to you, Gags. Make sure everyone's liking us. I mean, we have played well in parts, but if we want to challenge long-term, performing in second half of games isn't sustainable. If we have subpar first half against Spurs, we could be 1-0, 2-0 down. I'm going to be honest with you, Tom. We're changing tactics as well second half. And the question always is that arises, and it's a fair question. Why don't we just start games this way? Why do we have to wait until we're 1-0 down?
Did we change the tactic in the second half?
100%. We always attack more centrally. 4-2-3-1.
Always
attack more centrally.
I don't think we went to a 4-2-3-1. No, I think all we done was just push the fullbacks on.
No, we went to a 4-2-3-1.
So who was?
So you didn't say Curtis Jones dropping deeper in the second half?
Curtis Jones was dropping deep in the first half.
No, a lot more in the second. It was Curtis and McAllister together defensively.
To be honest, I didn't see that. I remember for the
and Gomez stopped inverting.
No, he stopped inverting, but that didn't mean Jones stopped in. I remember, for me anyway.
Yeah, but by definition, if Gomez stopped inverting, then someone's got to be there, Tom, and that someone was Curtis Jones.
No, let me finish. From what I remember, I haven't watched the game back. I remember us having a shape of, so you'd have Van Dijk and Matip at the back, McAllister would be there, you'd have Jones out on the left, Szoboszlai floating around on the right, Robertson, wherever the fuck Robertson was, he would sometimes
Left wing,
invert,
as
sometimes
always.
overlap. Robertson was on the left somewhere, and it was fine.
Left
Gomez,
wing.
Gomez was a right back, like an attacking right back, and then you had Salah and Diaz almost playing as two narrow attacking midfielders. They were getting the ball very narrowly, and then it was almost like an arrowhead to get the ball to Nunez. I don't think it was a double pivot with Szoboszlai as the 10, and then you had Salah out wide right and Diaz out wide left. To me, it was almost a 2-1-5-2-1 or something like that. 2-1-4-2-1 or something. I don't know exactly, but like, yeah, it was a very sort of attack-minded system. But it wasn't a 4-2-3-1 per se. And I don't think we defended in a 4-2-3-1 either, because Szoboszlai was getting straight back. Jones was getting straight back. It was almost a flat midfield that you were defending. So I don't think we changed system. I think we changed attack style. But you're always going to make them small tactical changes in games, because certain games you're going to need to attack down the wings. Attacking down the wings was the correct way in the first half, because it was where the goal came from. Luis Diaz was getting a hell of a lot of joy out of Vladimir Kufel. But in the second half, you noticed that Nayef Aguerd was really struggling to deal with Nunez. So he was deciding, go over the top, get Nunez on it, get it into that area, and then you're golden. Tactical changes like that happen. It was a smart decision, but I don't think it was a complete system change. And why shouldn't we just start games like that? Because in the nicest possible way, we play the best system we have to start with. And like when you play against Villa and it works seamlessly, you're sitting there going, I wouldn't change it. When we go to Tottenham, I want us to start with the same system we've started with all season long. Because one thing that I think has to be considered, even though I thought Joe Gomez was arguably man of the match with his performance as the inverted fullback, you put Trent back in that system.
You're so like every single time, like it's just why is edginess in your veins? No one in this entire chat thinks Gomez was man of the match.
So you don't think Joe Gomez? So you don't think Joe Gomez was a contender for man of the match?
For the second game in a row, the man of the match was Mo Salah. I'm not doing Mo Salah standards against him type crap that you love to do. Oh, you know what? We expect nothing of Joe Gomez, so if he drops a 7, he's man of the match. That's not how life works. Mo Salah is the best player on that entire pitch. Stop lying to yourself. Unbelievable. Why are you like this? That's what I don't understand. Why are you like this?
I don't get why you're saying it's such a heinous crime for me to say Joe Gomez was arguably man of the
match.
Gomez
wasn't the man of the match at all. Salah's the man of the match, obviously. Thank you, Ibrahim. See, even Ibrahim's calling out your crap. Mo Salah was man of the match. See? Big up Gagandeep, by the way. Why do you like being extra? So against Wolves, he was a man of the match with 3 assists. Against West Ham, he wasn't man of the match. 3 assists.
Right, so who would I say for
what
Wolves
does he need to do to be man of the match? Score 15 goals in a game?
No. So
Mohamed Salah, or are you secretly a Manistan? Tell us right now.
No, but can I not say I was very impressed with the Joe Gomez performance? Where
you can, that does not translate to his man of the match.
But what did he do wrong?
What did Salah do wrong?
Nothing.
Yeah, okay.
What did Joe Gomez do wrong?
What did Gomez do amazing?
I thought his passing and his build-up play was really, really good.
And what did Salah do amazing?
Again, Salah was very creative again. I wouldn't say he done everything amazingly, but he was very creative again.
There you are. Okay.
No, I feel he was robbed of an assist. 100%. I don't get how Nunez put that one wide.
Oh, really? Thank God you're actually being honest about that.
I don't get how Nunez has put that one wide, but I also don't believe it's such a heinous crime to suggest that someone could potentially be up there with Mo Salah as a contender for man of the match.
This Saturday post-match, you're going to apologize. I promise you. Because he's going to get us the win at Spurs, and then you're going to just give a massive apology.
Apologize for what?
Because you're a secret Mane stan.
Husam is saying all this like I didn't just say Mohamed Salah has been playing like the best in the world.
Yeah, but he's not man of the match. Joe Gomez is, apparently.
Oh my good God.
There you are. There you are. There you are. Anyway, so now let's just move away from that whole man of the match conversation. Let's just talk about the football things. 350 people in here, guys. We have to be on 100 likes. Come on, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Big up Felipe. Big up to Gagandy. Big up to Sidi. Big up to Kave and Qusay for the super chats, guys. Get the likes up right now. Hit that like button. Subscribe. See, even Eddie's noticed. See. Why does this man why does this mean he hates Salah?
No, he's questioning you. He's questioning you.
He's questioning you. Listen, I already cooked him on Decore. He's never gonna apologize. He's a fraud. Anyway, so back to Gagandeep's super chat and the general question on a reel. The way we're starting games does not worry you going forward? It doesn't even worry you? You don't even think about it or anything?
It's annoying, but I don't think it's a massive problem that, you know, I don't think it's as big a problem as people are making out, because I think when people say, oh, we've had a slow start, and then you ask them, they mention one chance in 15 minutes. But in that same period of time, we had about 3 chances. So you've got to bear in mind that teams are going to come at us in spells. Teams are always going to want to start brightly against us. Teams are always going to want to end half brightly against us. So there will often be a swing in those time periods. I just think people need to sit back and relax and go. Do you want to know the game which I thought was the complete bad start that everyone is making out that we've had all season? Wolves. Wolves was a shit start. Wolves for 45 minutes, you didn't get going. The others were not at that level, but you would think they were the way people are going on about them. I just think we need to take a step back and go, what is a slow start? Is the concern that if we play like we did against Wolves, Tottenham can cause us problems? Yeah.
Yes.
100%. But do I believe we're going to play like we did against Wolves? No. Because there's none of the circumstances are the same. McAllister isn't coming off playing in fucking Bolivia. We have, hopefully, our entire first choice defence back line. Like, we have our entire first choice defence back. Hopefully, Diaz and Nunez start, who are, at the moment, the 2 more informed attackers in 2 positions of the front 3. When you look at that Wolves game where we started slow, do you want to know how much of the lineup would start week in, week out for me in, like, the best 11? You got Alisson, you got Robertson, you got Jones, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah. You've got 6. You're going to have slow starts sometimes when that happens, and McAllister was, messed up with fitness and all that. It happens. Let's just take a chill pill and not panic about, oh, we're starting slow, it's the end of the world, this, that, and the other. You can have concerns, but it's not I've seen people saying, oh, you've got a leaky defence. It's a problematic defence. It is the second best defence in the fucking league in terms of
But
goals.
do you understand the argument that if we quote unquote start like this against City or Spurs or blah blah blah, it's a lot more difficult for us to come back?
Yeah, but in the same breath,
because
you could start.
Spurs aren't West Ham at home, in the reverse as well. Yeah, Spurs aren't Wolves. Spurs aren't Bournemouth.
100%.
Thank you.
I then also go, what's the likelihood that we start like that against the top 6 side? We always up our game for those sort of things. In the same breath, you could have a slow start like a Wolves. You could also have a fast start like a Villa. So it swings and roundabouts. Maybe I'm being, glass half full instead of glass half empty for once, but I just look at it and go, I don't think it's as big a problem as it's being made out to be. You can have concerns, but it's not the be all end all.
Game is the game. Big up to my guy Philippe, who says last season you went to the Spurs away, you had 16 out of this season 16 out of 18. You're much better than this season. You should beat Spurs. Salah is elite.
That is genuinely a fucking horrendous points total after 36 possible points, After 12 games to have 16.
You want to know how bad it was, Tom? Remember that we called Chelsea our brothers in crap, basically? You know how bad that was?
Lad, it was so bad. At least we've got out the slums. We've got out the trenches, and they're still stuck in them.
We have done because we made better decisions. But before we get to the Spurs game,
Do
Felipe,
you
I
reckon,
promise
do you reckon Moises Caicedo regrets his decision?
100%. Felipe, I promise you, I'm gonna address your super chat in a second. But let me just carry on because there's a Leicester game we have to talk about. Bro, Moises Caicedo doesn't just regret it. Moises Caicedo, as we speak, 11:38 p.m. UK time, is probably sat on his bed staring at the roof, going like, "Why the hell have I made this move?" He is. I promise you, right now, he is thinking that. There is absolutely no way he isn't thinking, "Why the hell have I done this crap?" I promise you, he is.
He pissed away the chance to play with Szoboszlai, McAllister, Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, Trent. He pissed all that away for relegation battles with the statistically second worst side in the Premier League in 2023. Do you understand how peak that fucking is?
Can't lie, it is peak. It is peak.
And it's made even better by the fact McAllister's been a better DM. He's playing out of position.
I'll be honest with you guys. You guys are saying this like stuff. By the way, I just want to say something, and I think even Tom would agree with this because he can be smart sometimes. With Caicedo, had he been at Liverpool right now, you'd be seeing a totally different level.
100%.
This Caicedo that you're watching at Chelsea, he wouldn't be that guy or at Liverpool. 100% he wouldn't be.
Do you want to know the funny thing, Husam? Do you want to know the funny
Yes.
thing? Everything that we criticised our midfield about last season, our lack of legs, and therefore exposing the DM and making them having to cover too much ground. That's almost what's happening with Chelsea's midfield at this point. Enzo Fernandez, as good as he is on the ball, he doesn't exactly have the legs that a McAllister or a Szoboszlai has. So if Caicedo was in our team, he wouldn't have to do all this covering that he's doing at the minute. He could focus on just marshalling it, and he'd be better off for it. But no, he pissed it away because, you know, he's been it's always been Chelsea, by the way. It's always been Chelsea, you know, all that stuff. Fucking stupid decision.
That's the worst decision of his career. But hey, this is why you don't chase the bag. This is why you don't chase the bag. You chase the things that matter. That's why I bring on Tom Little every week. Because me and Tom Little's chemistry is more important to me than how many subscribers he has or whatever. Husam X Tom Little is real because of chemistry on the pitch. And that chemistry was even there for Caicedo with McAllister. He just had to slot in next to his previous teammate anyway. It would literally would have been McAllister, Caicedo, and Szoboszlai. I'm going to be honest with you. Caicedo would have dropped world-class performances already for us had he signed. I promise you right now.
Oh, 100%.
100 million%. Like, that guy would have been tackling every bastard on the pitch. And just imagine when Trent comes back from injury, double pivot of Trent and Caicedo with Trent inverted, it would have been different. But listen, from one team in blue to another team in blue, Carabao Cup, akhi. Leicester City. First of all, I'm going to just say something publicly quickly. I don't understand who makes all these scheduling decisions with these people who control the TVs and stuff. I genuinely don't understand why we had to have all 5 good games on at the same time, while today choosing between what's the name of the club that Salford versus Wolves, Ipswich versus I don't know who. It was like Peterborough versus blah blah blah, and then you give me Newcastle City, Arsenal, Brentford, Liverpool, Leicester, and what's their name? Who's the last game? There's the other Chelsea, Brighton, all this time.
There's the Aston Villa Everton as well.
Yeah, even that's a good game, and then you give us that. It's just so dumb, man. I wish they gave us actual good proper scheduling. Second of all, make sure you're all liking and subscribing, by the way. 350 people in here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Tom, can you imagine we give them all this entertainment? They're not liking the video. Can you imagine how it's a disgrace, bro? You get me? Hit that like button right now and subscribe.
It's a bigger disgrace than Caicedo's career decisions, and you don't want to be that disgraceful.
Exactly. You don't want to be next to Caicedo. You want to be next to Szoboszlai. He's smart. Now, I just want to say something. I don't get people who say, give me the hard teams. Bro, give me every single shit team available from now to the final. Happily would take every single crap team. Give me Ipswich, give me Mansfield, give me Peterborough, give me whoever the hell. Give me every single crap team from now to the final. But anyway, I can't lie to you. I haven't been. I would be a massive liar if I sit up here and go like, "Hey guys, you know what? Me and Tom Little." Okay, I won't speak for Tom. I'll speak for myself. I watch the championship religiously, and I'm a championship expert. I'm not, but Leicester are top of the championship, which means it's not like they're coming into this game playing crap. They're playing well. Like, so we have to give them credit. They've only lost a game this season so far. Do you think they're taking this Carabao Cup seriously, Tom Little? And do you take it seriously for our club?
Do I think Leicester are going to take it seriously?
Yeah.
Yes. I think they are going. Yeah, I think they are going to.
Pearce.
I think they still have a decent level of depth. They've got a number of good youngsters who will get game time. It'll be a decent game. Do I think we should take it seriously? 100%, because we've got an awful lot of players who need the game time and should be playing.
You got that relationship, my child?
I don't.
Have you been monetized yet, by the way?
No, I'm like 300 watch hours away, I think.
So why don't you just go live, you lazy bastard? You could
I
do
went
that in
live
Q3.
twice. I went live twice yesterday.
What, did you go live today?
No, it's been a birthday stay.
Oh, there you are. There you are. Excuses. So you didn't have a half an hour when you were free.
I've dedicated my time today to the.
Oh
This
yeah,
Is
okay. So
Football
this was
YouTube
the
channel.
only hour you had free all day long. You've probably spent more time on space. I saw you on a space today. Shouldn't you be on Tom Little YouTube? You were on a space. Don't lie. I saw it with my
Was I?
very own eyes. It was even titled Darwin Nunez Defense League. Go on, deny it.
Was it?
Oh,
When
was
was-
it? Was it?
when-
You were there, and you were there for a long ass time too.
What time was this?
You were there for about half an hour or even 35 minutes. That could have been
Oh.
live on. Thank you, Kamaran. See, even the subscribers have had enough of your ass.
I know I am inconsistent. I am, but we're working on it. We're getting
Okay,
there.
no
people.
problem. So anyway,
So
the Leicester thing.
we'd be taking this seriously because you've got the squad to take it seriously. You've got players who need game time, high quality players. So therefore, you should be taking it seriously. You want to try and keep these players happy. You keep these players happy by getting them football, and they'll get football by making deep runs in these cup competitions. So the likes of a Kelleher, the likes of a Simicast, the likes of a Matip, a Gomez, a Quonset, Endo, Elliott, Gravenberch, Jota, Gakpo, all them lot who want football, they're going to get it in these competitions and they need to take their opportunities in it. So, yeah, we should be taking it seriously. And in reality, reaching a cup final is always reaching a cup final. So, I want us to take it seriously because I want to make the final again and I want to win trophies. So, yeah.
I want to take it seriously, but then, Tom, we also have to see this is your problem. I feel like we need to balance things because there is also something as doing too much. I'll give you an example. Luis Diaz just had the crappiest game of his life against West Ham. Even you criticized him, and I saw you, and rightfully so, because he was doing too much. He was over trying. We have to respect the Europa League. We have to respect the Carabao Cup. We have to respect the FA Cup, but also recognize that we're not Manchester City. We ain't got 26 players, so we need to relax. Which is why tomorrow, I'll tell you my team right now and tell me if I'm doing too much or I'm just being honest. Kelleher, Gomez, Kwanzaa, Matip, Simicast, Endo, Curtis, Elliott, Doak, Gakpo, Jota.
That's what I'd go for, but I'd have Gravenberch starting instead of Jones.
No, but you know what I would do? Because let me tell you the Spurs one I'd do. Alisson, Gomez. I wouldn't go Trent yet. I'd bring him on. So I'd go Alisson, Gomez. Oh shit. We could bring on Trent tomorrow for like half an hour so we could build up fitness. But then it still would be too quick to start him at Spurs, right?
I
it would be too soon in my opinion, right?
I've got to be honest, if he doesn't play tomorrow, I think he starts Spurs.
Okay, fairs. I'd go Spurs, I'd go Konate and Van Dijk because that's our best centre-back partnership. I'd go Robertson. And then against Spurs, I tried the three we've been speaking about for the first time.
No.
Gravenberg.
No.
Oh my God. The biggest Curtis Jones fanboy on earth agrees. I'd go Gravenberg. I'd go Szoboszlai, McAllister. And then I'd go Salah. I'd go Nunez. And I'd go for Spurs, make no mistake. I'd probably go Jota because he's more direct.
I disagree. I don't see why you'd pick the toughest game of the season so far to trial out a new midfield when this one's been fine. This one's been
I'll tell you
dominating
why.
games.
Because McAllister's been very good. Szoboszlai has been unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Gravenberg has been very good.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would low-key slyly accept this happily.
But I'm pretty sure
Jetic,
you also
McAllister, Szoboszlai. You're salivating as we speak.
didn't-
That's a good midfield three.
it is, but I don't see how you drop Curtis Jones at this point.
I'm not dropping him. I'm not dropping him at all. I'm playing him Leicester and I'm playing him Europa as well. He's gonna play 2 games in 7 days. No,
Right,
but that's why
Husam,
I don't want you to misunderstand this. I'm saying
you've
have to
dropped him.
respect-
You've dropped
Tom,
him.
do we
He's
have
went from the
depth like
first group to the second
Do we have
group.
depth like City? Don't we by definition have the smallest squad in the whole league? Yes or no?
No, not anymore. No.
Bro, it literally was on the Athletic before the season started. We had the smallest squad in the whole league. What's wrong with you?
Right, Sam. If we go by depth, I'm going to include injuries in this. Goalkeeper wise, you've got Allison, Kelleher, and Adrian because he's registered, unfortunately.
Oh my God. I want
You
to
don't have
vomit.
to
Don't
include
even
him,
mention
but
it,
he's
please.
okay.
Carry
So we'll include Peter Lugan instead then. Nice young
Okay,
keeper
you
from
can go
Newcastle.
Pitaluga. Just don't go Adrian. Carry on.
Left back, you've got Robertson, Tsimikas.
Very happy with Tsimikas' contract, by the way. Good for a backup left back.
Centre backs, Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip, Konate, Quansah.
Now the challenge is don't put Gomez for right back. Go on.
Mm-hmm. Trent is your right back, and you would have had Conor Bradley, but he's injured, so this is where you have to move Gomez, but that would move him out of centre back. So you've got one right back fit at the minute, which is the concern. Centre mid wise, you've got Endo, McAllister, Bajcetic, Szoboszlai, Jones, Gravenberch.
That's it.
Thiago's injured, and Elliott, because Elliott plays in the midfield more so, unfortunately. Even though
front five, I like it. Front five,
and then the front six is Doak, Salah, Nunez, Jota, Diaz, Gakpo.
No, I like. Listen, I've always said
that isn't a small squad. That's a normal size squad. Do you want to know who I think has a small squad? Manchester City.
No, they don't.
I think Man City can have a small squad at times, especially with the injuries they've got at the minute.
Exactly. So that's why we have to be smart.
But then, how is being smart moving Jones into the second team? Because whether we like it or not, whatever way you try and paint it, you have a first team and a second team.
I think Gravenberg has more quality.
He might do, but he's not shown it so far. Curtis Jones is. I don't see how you got a valid reason for dropping Curtis Jones at the minute. I don't. In the future, he is the first one to go. 100%. I won't argue with you there. But right here, right now, there is no reason for dropping Curtis Jones. Ryan Gravenberch has to earn that spot.
Don't you think he's earned it with his performances, low-key?
Ryan Gravenberch has started one game.
And he's looked phenomenal in said game. And he looked very good against Lask.
Yeah, Lask was the game he started.
Yeah, and he was incredible, bro. I don't know what the hell you were watching.
Yeah, I didn't dispute.
He was actually my man of the match, actually, in that game. I even tweeted that out. I said
not Salah? Not Salah scored it? I mean, you hate Salah.
Salah played like 15 minutes that game.
He hates Salah, guys. He hates Salah.
He played 15 minutes that game. Behave, you dumbass.
Right, so Ryan Gravenberch played 75 minutes against Lask. Curtis Jones has had 290 minutes this season in the Premier League against.
By the way, FYI, I've got no problem with Jones starting. I'm not here to argue that Jones shouldn't start. I have no problem with it. I don't think Gravenberch and Jones there is no reason for us to have a conversation about that to begin with. Like both of them starting is okay by me. I've got no problem.
we have.
Let me reverse the question. Would you moan if Gravenberg starts? I don't think you would.
Yeah.
You'd be okay with it.
I'd be disappointed, to be honest. I would be.
Come on, you're doing too much now.
No, I not because the quality's dropped, but I'd want to know what Curtis Jones has done wrong to be dropped. If there was a valid reason, then I wouldn't. But as it stands right now, I don't see how you can drop him. I don't see how you can try and mess with a midfield that is unbeaten this season. And it's shown it's shown that it can control games. It's shown that it can come back. I don't see why you'd want to mess with that. By the end of the season, I expect Ryan Gravenberch to have taken that starting spot for his own. But right now, I don't see how he gets in ahead of Jones.
Can't believe you said you would be disappointed if Gravenberg starts. That's the mad part to me.
Again, it's not disappointed because Ryan Gravenberch is a bad player. I'd be disappointed if Curtis Jones is dropped.
Listen, fair. By the way, I'm not even saying Curtis Jones. Once again, I've got absolutely no problem with Curtis Jones starting. All I'm saying is, look, when it comes to Gravenberg, I would have zero problem with Gravenberg starting at all. Like, I think, listen, I don't mind either, to be honest with you. I generally don't mind either. I think both are good. Both are good for different reasons, and that's the reality. So many weird people in the chat today. Anyway, so when it comes to Curtis Jones and how is it an agenda when I just said, you fucking deaf bastard, that I would have zero problem with him starting? Did I not just say that? I said I have no problem with either starting. Curtis Jones agenda. Even when I give the guy credit, you guys are fucking bitching. Grow up, man.
Do you want to know something that I could see happening though? And I don't think it will, but I also wouldn't be shocked if it got tried for a game. If Joe Gomez played at right back and Trent was played at DM again, like we done in pre-season.
I think the Trent thing is what changes the dynamics of this whole equation.
Yeah, he pushed Maka up to play centre mid alongside Szoboszlai.
No, but I'm saying, you know what it is? You know what's making me think? Trent. That's the reason what's making me think. Because Trent changes this equation. Because Trent can invert. That's the difference. Trent inverting is like the Joker card if you're playing cards. Like, it's next level. So now I don't know how it changes the dynamics for us. Maybe Gravenberg is probably better going forward than Curtis. Like, he'd probably be more dangerous as a threat on goal.
Yeah, if you were to ask me, like, if I had to play both of them, if I had to manage my rotation for both of them, I'd play Curtis Jones against the top opposition, where I'm going to need a midfielder who is less attack-oriented, but is more focused on retaining the ball, recycling the ball, ensuring we keep the ball, ensuring that we're able to maintain an ounce of control in games. Ryan Gravenberch played against a low-end opposition who might sit deep, and we're going to need something different, some dynamism from that side of the midfield. That's where Gravenberch plays, because his dribbling, his quality of on the ball, that provides that. You've got to manage your opposition. We're in a position now with the depth we've got where we can pick squads to counter opposition, which is a lovely place to be in. So I said today, we've got lovely problems this year. We've got some of the best problems any team could want. If I'm sitting here going, who do I start out with? Nunez, Diaz, Gakpo, Jota. Fuck me, what a problem to have. If I'm sitting there going, who do I start?
Our forward line depth, I've publicly said, is the best in the whole league.
Yeah, I think it's right up there.
You could argue Europe. You could easily. Because, look, maybe we don't have the best individual in Europe. Shit, we do. But, like, okay, we don't have the best striker in Europe. Like, you could say Haaland is better than any striker we have, which is fair. You could say Mbappe, it's probably better or on par with any winger we have, which is fair. But then I'm talking about the other options. Like, when we do option 3, 4, 5, and 6, that's like where you're like, okay.
I think the biggest competitor for us is Bayern.
Kane,
Sane, Gnabry, Coman, Musiala, Tell, Muller.
Would you? By the way, I've watched Bayern a little bit. They don't really play Muller up top like that. They play him more in the 10, in Musiala's position.
So in the hole behind the striker, I think you can class that as a forward.
Yeah,
For
you
me
know what?
anyway,
Fair enough.
I've classed that as a forward.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So I think they're the closest like competitor for us, Bayern. But we've got a attacking depth that's right up there. We've got midfield depth that maybe quality wise isn't the best in the world, but it's good quality with good depth, which is better than we've had for a long time. Defensively, you know, I think if Matip and Gomez can maintain this form, you've got some.
You
of
wanna
the
know
best
what's mad?
in the world.
Husam said something crazy. People always accuse me of doing agendas. What's mad? You know what I said against what's it called? You know what I said against West Ham? I thought Matip and Gomez played better than Robertson and Virgil.
I thought Virgil van Dijk was. I agree, but I also think that we expect more from Van Dijk and Robertson. Subconsciously, we're going to. I thought Matip and Gomez have very good games. We've had the whole fucking Gomez argument, so I don't want to go into that again because you'll accuse me of hating Salah.
No, I've already said Gomez was very good today. I've never disagreed with you on that. But you can't come up here and like, you know what they do, like in basketball, because he's LeBron James, it's okay for him to average 30, 15, and 15. That's not how life works, bro.
No, look, Matip and Gomez have had good games. They've had good starts of the season, really. But the important thing is maintaining it in the games that they're going to get and the opportunities that they're going to get. You can praise it and still be hopeful that they pick it up again and continue it. And if they do, then all of a sudden you've got a defence that... This is another narrative, the idea that we've got a dodgy defence. I don't see it personally. Is it as strong as it was in its pomp?
If we played like we did in the second halves and the first, no, they would be calling us the best defense in the league.
We are still yet to concede a goal in the second half of any
Yes,
football match.
so you can't come up here and tell me it's not systematic. It's definitely systematic. It's not just players upping tempo. Bro, stuff is changing. Mike Das, big up Mike Das. I know he'll probably be watching us on the replay. He always comes on and he's like, Jurgen Klopp has to change tactics. And I agree. Listen, like you already know I'm KDL. I defend Klopp always. But I also recognize it's not just simply give Klopp players and he is just amazing. That's not how life works.
Mm-hmm.
He also tactically switches up things in second halves, whether we're either doing 4-2-3-1s or we're attacking more central or stuff like that's happening, which is helping us defensively.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I also don't think you can just. I don't think you can just do that at the start of a game. Because I don't think it's that simple. I think the reason why that his tactical changes are so good at the minute are because he is reading the game ahead. Like him, Linders, Kravitz, whoever it is, they're able to read the game and understand how to attack the weaknesses that are forming. The one thing I think our system is doing at the minute is exposing teams' weaknesses very well, and we're identifying them very well, and we are changing instructions, we are changing systems, we're doing whatever we need to set that all up and to counter them perfectly. So I am happy with that aspect, and I don't think it's also something that should change. Like I said earlier, going into the Tottenham game, I want us to play the same system we've started all season. I don't see why you change it. Because, yes, he had to change it against Wolves. He had to change it against who we just played. He didn't have to really change shape. He has to change instructions. So he changed shape against Wolves. He changed instructions against West Ham. He had the 2 red cards in Bournemouth and Newcastle. So that's like by the by. And then Aston Villa had to change fuck all because it was perfect. It just was set up right. On that basis, I don't see why I would change the system. Because the one constant throughout all that is
if we start 4-2-3-1s, okay, I'll tell you why you're wrong. On a real, the only fullback in this whole squad that can invert is Trent. Trent changes the dynamic. So if we agree on that, by definition, I'm telling Gomez, don't bloody invert. And I'm playing McAllister and Curtis or McAllister and Gravenberg before someone comes and bitches and tells me I'm doing agendas. Gravenberg or Curtis, and I'm playing Soboslai. 4-2-3-1. Straight up. It's so much better, Tom.
But then you're changing a system which could bring out the strengths in 3 or 4 other players.
I'm changing the system, the same thing that Klopp does in second halves to begin with.
Do you want to know the funny thing? I don't think we played 4-2-3-1 all season.
Oh my god.
I don't think we have. I think we went to a 4-4-2 against Wolves. You went to a flat 4-4-2 with Salah as the right striker and Nunez as the left.
This is why they sacked you as a manager. This is exactly why your Sunday league team had you as manager and then they sacked you. That's exactly why.
No, what game did we play 4-2-3-1 then?
Second half against Wolves. Second half
against 4-4-2.
No, it wasn't. Oh, but by the way, 4-4-2. I've got zero problem with that as well. I agree. No, but that's not the point. Let me explain something to you. I'm just acknowledging that we're changing the way we play second half. That's the point. That's the bigger point.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean then we should change the way we start games. Because
yes, it should, because McAllister would get eaten alive by Maddison and these guys, and Bissouma.
Right, so let's say you switch to... So what we've done this season very well, like I just explained, was we start in this system. We are playing well in the system to an nth degree, bar Wolves, and you identify the weaknesses in the opposition, and then you make the correct tactical adjustments at half-time. Let's say you start in the 4-2-3-1. You'll catch them off guard for 20 minutes. You will do. You'll catch them off guard for 20 minutes because they're expecting a different system. But then it's so much easier. It's so much easier then to deal with the 4-2-3-1 for the remaining 70 minutes of the game. I would much rather us continue doing what we've done this season. I don't see the obsession with trying to change what isn't broken. You would think we were where Chelsea were with the amount of...
Because the warning signs are there.
The warning signs of, yes, we're conceding goals. We're not conceding goals, we're conceding a goal, a game. Half of them are well.
Take out West Ham, put Man City yesterday. What happens?
Okay, great. Let's take out West Ham and put Man City. The level goes up from our players. We saw that fucking last season more prominently than ever. We were shit before Man City. We were shit after Man City. But when Man City rocked up, fuck me, we played like prime Liverpool because it's what they do.
Joe Gomez locked up Haaland.
They pulled out their best games of the season.
And then he stripped the next game directly.
James Milner played like a 25-year-old at right back against Phil Foden and pocketed Phil Foden. Like, the level will always go up against the tougher opposition.
Thank you, Richie.
So, I don't
Richie wasn't sacked in his role.
I don't even think a 4-2-3-1 to me would have Soboslai playing off of Nunez, and I don't think Soboslai plays off Nunez. Maybe I just look at...
Listen, Curtis Jones played inverted 8. You got me? He was inverting to DM. He was just helping.
I think we play...
Yeah, you have been untimed out. So next time, don't come here and just chat shit to get people in the chat to just like, antagonize me when I've literally said I have zero problem with Curtis Jones starting. And I've given the guy credit and you're still saying Curtis Jones agenda like a robot. So next time, listen and then criticize what I've said. Don't make up a scenario in your head. That's it. Carry on. Sorry, Tom. I had to just speak to this guy.
Well, I think we're playing more of a flat 3 more than anything. I think in build-up, you're always going to see a more fluid system because you've got to attack spaces. And with the way that Diaz likes to play, Jones is naturally going to drop deeper because Diaz likes to drop deep to receive the ball. He's someone who likes to come short for the ball. Whereas Soboslai, because Salah can do both, Salah can receive the ball in behind or he can drop short. Soboslai gets more license to go forwards. It's going to happen. You're naturally going to see it that way, but I don't think that means you play a 4-2-3-1. Personally,
I'll be honest with you. You know what's the mad part? Everything you just said, everything I just said, I think we get our final answer on what the fuck's going to happen this season. Brighton and Spurs. These next 2 games are going to explain exactly what me and Tom Little should be saying going forward. Should we just target the Europa League or are we going for this league? I'm going to be real with you. We go away to Spurs, we win. We go away to Brighton, we win. Everything changes.
Is it away to Brighton or is it a home to Brighton?
Away.
back-to-back away
It's
games.
away.
That's
The
not
next home
shit.
game is Merseyside Derby after international break. Look at this guy disrespecting my legacy.
No, I'm not. I'm just curious. It is. Why the fuck do we have back-to-back away games? That's
Told
shit.
you it's away. Gelwaz is home.
And then we've got back-to-back home games against Everton. Oh, that's fucking shit. Anyway,
Everton, Toulouse, and Forest.
So,
There's
I mean,
a good
look,
run. I can't lie to you. There's a good run in November before Brentford and City.
yeah,
You've got
look,
Toulouse, you've got Luton, Forest, Toulouse, Everton at home, which is usually easy for us. So that's why Brighton away and Spurs away, it gives us a signal going forward. Like, what are we on exactly?
I'm still going to maintain my expectations. You know what my expectations are. I've made them very clear. I still expect a third place finish.
You're the most reactionary bastard on this platform. I promise you. Okay, let me look into this camera right here. I promise you guys right here, right now. If we beat Spurs and we beat Brighton, this guy will be chatting the most on every social media platforms talking about we're going to win the league. I promise you he will. You can't even deny it.
Right.
Look into the camera straight face right now. Say, if we beat Spurs and Brighton, I won't say we're going to win the league. Go on.
I won't say it seriously, no.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now it's serious.
I'll put out a joke like the Reds are going to win the league, like, you know, a chant or something. But you know that this season, my expectations are going to remain third place, a Europa League win, and a domestic cup win. That has been it from the start of the season.
No, but even that's dumb because your expectations shall change as new information arises. So if we win the next 15 games, you're still going to say finish third?
Second. I'll go second.
Oh.
I'll go second, mate. I'll
By
push
the
the
next
out
15 games have Etihad away. So if we beat Etihad, we beat City at Etihad, then what?
If we're top come the end of February, then I might just let it happen. I might just say, you know, the league could happen. But I'm not being negative, because if I was saying, we're going to win the league, we're going to win the fucking league right now, I'd be called overly positive. What do you want me to say? Do you want to know what I have said? Do you want to know why I have bent on and, you know, changed and, you know, shit out on? I have said, if Man City open the door for a competitor to battle them for the title and take the title off them, we will be there ahead of Arsenal.
Legacy, lemon.
We will get there ahead of Arsenal because we are better than Arsenal. But my belief is that doesn't happen. Therefore, we focus on Europa and domestic cups. Therefore, we secure top four. But because Arsenal are crap in the Champions League, get knocked out in the round of 16, they focus on the league. They finish second, we finish third. But we win a domestic cup and we win a Europa League. And that is a good season.
Okay. Final question before we wrap up. Guys, thoughts on the Victor Osimhen situation? I think it's a disgrace what Napoli's done. I heard that his agent is going to go after the club, which is, by the way, I completely support. They should go after Napoli, the club. That TikTok that they posted of him is just embarrassing, honestly. Like, I just don't understand that. They genuinely need to, they definitely need to, like, you know, take their own club to court, because it was so wrong, that video. Absolutely disgusting, man. It's just disgusting. I can't believe the lack of self-awareness. And it's Osimhen as well, who scored like 33 million goals for Napoli. It's so mad, man.
You signing him in the summer? Swap deal for Nunez?
Depends on what Nunez does this year.
So
no, you're laughing, but if he scores 35 goals, why would I change him?
No, I'll give you this. So,
by the way, I won the Nunez argument, because our Nunez argument was always regarding last season. Was he good last season? No. Was he crap? Yes. Did he need time to develop? Yes. Husam was right. Once again. Next time, bring pen and paper and I can teach you about this beautiful game.
How would he try to bend this into Husam was right about Nunez and he's always backed Nunez?
I didn't bend anything. Straight line, I was right.
So at the start of the season, you believe Nunez should have been starting and he was the best striker we had?
No, I said Nunez could become starter, and I've got no problem with it. Bro, going into the season, I've said the front three chooses itself. Gakpo, Salah, Jota. That was my honest three.
Mm-hmm.
And you agreed with it yourself. Now, if Nunez keeps scoring goals, why the hell would anyone on earth drop him to begin with?
But then you can't say you were right about Nunez because you weren't.
No, because I was right about him last year. That was the whole point of the convo. I said we should have brought in Nunez while Mane was there, so he could slowly develop to become said player. That's basically it. But anyway, we're just gonna wrap it up here. I don't want to keep you for too long because then you'll make me as an excuse why you don't go live for the 17th day in a row. Big up everyone who's tuned in. Big up to Muhammad Omar, Felipe, Gagandeep, Sidi, Kave, and Qusay for the super chats. Big up to every single person who sends in the super chat, all the people who've shown us all the relevant support. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to this football if you're ready to do so. Before we head off, we're gonna ask this turbo will, where can the people find you, Tom?
At Tom Little with the one on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, the works.
Are you gonna do any content?
Yeah, content's happening.
When?
I'll probably do a preview tomorrow.
You know, you could be on your monetized stream with selection calling you like son within the next 2 days if you're just serious.
In the next 2 days, go on then. Give me the plan. I'll tell you exactly how many.
Which time do you wake up?
Probably around. Considering work and everything, like I'll be able to stream around 11ish.
Okay, so you wake up, you eat breakfast, you do a bit of work. 11 a.m. preview Leicester. That's already 100 watch hours done.
100 watch hours done.
Easily. Review Leicester. 100 watch hours done.
What time would I be doing that?
At night or the next day, Thursday morning. And then before the Leicester game by 3-4 hours, give yourself a FIFA stream.
And you reckon that does 383 watch hours?
Oh, so you just added 83. You didn't tell me this before. You said 300.
What? So do I need another stream in there as well?
Yeah, but you could do it within the next 3 days, no cap.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Fair enough. Anyway, big up to you guys. Make sure to go subscribe to Tom Little's channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button. Tomorrow, inshallah, it's just the watch along and the match reaction. I wish there was actually like more fun games, you know, maybe around different times, but they decided to put all 5 games at the same time. But as per usual, we're of course going to be watching, inshallah, Liverpool Football Club. No other club in the world I'd rather watch. So hit that like button and subscribe. Get us to 200 likes before you leave the stream. There's 350 of you here. Make sure to go subscribe to Tom Little. And we will see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace.